All right, welcome everyone to the Hot Sauce number 177, presented live on Saturday, November 12th. The Hot Sauce is the longest running news show in the EOS ecosystem and the only place where you can get all your weekly EOS news and updates in less than 25 minutes. My name is Stephane. I'm one of the co-founders of EOS Nation. We're one of the top block producers on EOS, and I'm excited to be your host today. We've got some great updates for you today, including EOS Network Venture proposal, EOS Network Foundation at Token 2049, the first Recover Plus success. We've got a report from Yield Plus. We've got a new request for proposal for peer-to-peer discovery. We'll be talking some updates about EOS support, some updates about Upland, some updates about WordProof, and even letting you guys know about some airdrops that you can probably claim with your Antelope account. So make sure to tune in to the end of the show to learn about that. If you're looking for a longer, more interactive discussion about these topics, I invite you to join us on Discord on Wednesdays for the EOS Community Fireside Chat. Fireside Chat features many of the top EOS personalities, including ENF employees, block producers, dApp developers, and community members. You can ask them questions, you can share your thoughts on that week's topics, and give updates about your project. So join us on Discord at discord.gg/EOS-network. All right, before we get into the topics this week, a little housekeeping to do. First of all, I want to thank Martin for hosting the Hot Sauce in the last few weeks. For the next little while, I'm excited to announce that I will be the host of our Hot Sauce, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with the EOS community live on Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern. Unfortunately, yesterday I had a power outage at my place, so I couldn't host on Friday, and that's why we've got a Saturday edition of the Hot Sauce for everyone this week. All right, so let's get into the week's topic. First of all, the big news this week is the EOS Network Venture proposal to launch a 100 million EOS ecosystem fund to empower Web3 entrepreneurs. So let me find here a quote from Eve that talks a bit about the EOS Network Venture. So the ENF has been working diligently on securing additional outside investment into the EOS Network Venture as it works in parallel towards consensus on the establishment of the fund and entity. The new capital fueling the EOS application layer will drive the next wave of blockchain innovation and market adoption. We anticipate new business models to emerge and meaningful apps to be built to solve real problems. So as always, if you're curious about the stories we're talking today, you can find the links in the show notes below. So here we've got a link to the blog article announcing the EOS Network Venture. And we've got a link here to the MSIG on-chain proposal that was proposed here on-chain. So basically what we're this was big news this week when it was announced on chain. So there's been a lot of discussions about this on Telegram, on Discord, etc. So there's definitely going to be continued discussion. We're currently sitting at 14 out of 15 proposals, approvals for this proposal. So we're not there yet, but we're very close. And we'd love to hear what you think about EOS Network Ventures. Do you like the idea? Do you not like the idea? Let us know in the comments below. And maybe join us on the fireside next week, where I think Eve is going to be present and talking more about the plans for EOS Network Ventures. Very exciting stuff. Of course, EOS Network Foundation, very busy all the time. This week, they were at Token 2049 in London. That's the premier crypto event in Europe. They were one of the sponsors. Yves Larose was talking on the panel on Thursday about the future of blockchain protocols. I don't think the video has been released yet, but I'm sure it will be in the coming days. And the ENF also tweeted that they were having a blast representing EOS at Token 2049 in London. The team's been overwhelmed by the number of industry professionals visiting the EOS booth to learn about how the new EOS is revolutionizing Web3. So here we can see some pictures We got Zach here at the booth. Clearly a lot of people. We got Eve in the background here. Here we've got Eve on the panel looking very focused on the conversation. And Sebastian from WordProof, one of the top dApps on EOS. We'll be talking more about that later on in the show. And here we got a nice picture of a dinner with Zach and Eve and other people from the ENF and potential investment partners. All right, moving on to our next story, which involves the first Recover Plus success. So Recover Plus is a protocol for DeFi, is a program for DeFi protocols to join in order to enhance the security of their user funds. So on November 5th, Pando Rings, a lending platform that operates on many blockchains, was exploited for more than $70 million through a price oracle exploit. So the attack involved, $70 million, of which about 2.1 million EOS was at risk. Through the Recover Plus initiative, Pando Rings proposed a multi-signature transaction to the block producers, provided details and context, giving block producers the necessary information to make a decision and act swiftly, which they did. And so the block producers reached consensus and updated the account permissions, preventing further losses. So out of the 2.1 and change million EOS that was at risk, just over 2 million EOS was saved. So overall, there was a loss of 145,000 EOS, which represents only 6.7% of the total funds at risk. So that was a great success for Recover Plus, and the first example, of really Recover Plus in action. Gotta give Recover Plus guys a nice round of applause, some air horns, demonstrating the power of DeFi on EOS and the security of DeFi on EOS. Recover Plus was initially proposed in a blue paper that was published earlier this year. So it's nice to see, these blue paper initiatives going live and actually doing what they're supposed to do. Here we can have, I also linked a block MSIG, the MSIG for that transaction. Here, next up, we've got Yield Plus, which is another blue paper initiative that was proposed as a blue paper earlier in the year, implemented on the network, and now is yielding results. So this October 2022 report actually contains some very nice information. I would recommend you guys read it. It's not complicated, it's not long, it's not technical, so it's very available for anyone. Here are some of the highlights that I found very interesting in this Yield Plus report for October. So there's two new protocols that qualified for rewards: Vigor Lending and Nudex. So Vigor Lending in September was kind of intermittently qualifying and not, because these DeFi protocols do need at least 200,000 EOS in TVL, total value locked, to qualify for the 5% rewards that the Yield Plus program offers. And in September, they were kind of straddling that line, but have consolidated well above the threshold, with now having over 400,000 EOS collected in TVL. So congrats to Vigor Lending. Nudex also saw a surge in TVL from 70,000 EOS to 240,000 EOS, and now also qualifies. Congrats to Nudex. Now, we've got some pictures actually of some of the graphs that they are showing here in the report. I'd like to go over real quickly. So here we can see the EOS TVL across all registered dApps. And if you're wondering what this dip is all about, one of the protocols had to unregister for a few days and re-register. So that's what caused this little dip. Now, of course, TVL across the board on all DeFi in crypto took a hit in the last week, among the very bloody crypto week that we've had. But what's very interesting, in my opinion, is the TVL divided by market cap ratio, which sees that the TVL in terms of percentage of market cap on EOS has been increasing. So we're seeing, the trend going up and to the right, which is what we like to see in these graphics. So what this indicates is that, perhaps the market cap of EOS has gone down, you know, along with all the other cryptos during this bloody week. But the percentage of TVL locked in DeFi apps on EOS compared to that market cap has gone up, which is a very positive indicator for the success of the Yield Plus program. And finally here, we can see the relative change in TVL between EOS and large cap L1s. So we can see here that, you know, the change in TVL, you know, went down on EOS by a few percentage here, and other L1s went down a lot, like over 10%. But what's very interesting is the relative change of EOS compared to these other major L1s. And we can see here, EOS comparatively has gained 10% more compared to these other L1s, which again, very positive, very good metrics, and you know, a testament to the quality of the program Yield Plus. So shout out to everyone who worked on the blue paper for Yield Plus, and shout out to everyone who, you know, helped make this go live in September. And then, as we can see, having a positive impact in the EOS DeFi ecosystem. We're gonna give them a horn too. So that's really cool to see. And yeah, looking forward to seeing more updates from Yield Plus in the coming months to see if this trend can maintain, or, you know, see how that all plays out. All right, moving on to a new request for proposal from the ENF. So after reprioritizing goals within the Antelope coalition, the ENF has published a request for proposal on behalf of the coalition. It aims to improve peer-to-peer discovery on all Antelope chains. So this is, of course, a technical proposal from the ENF. People can bid on wanting to deliver this proposal, and this bidding is open to anyone in the Antelope ecosystem. So real quickly here, you know, the P2P Discovery is the first part of a multi-stage P2P rewrite that improves communication between block producers, API nodes, and other nodes. The project aims to improve sync times for nodes, as well as reduce the complexity of block producer infrastructure. So the RPF outlines a backward compatible automatic peer discovery option, which would help a user bootstrap a node on any Antelope network and automatically retrieve a list of public nodes to connect to. All right, let's check out the chat. I see that even though we're not on our usual schedule of a Friday hot sauce, I see a lot of you made it out to the live show. Thank you for being there. Shout out to Miata, R1 Boro official. We got Yana, of course, on the production tables in the chat as well. Morton, Andrew, etc. So thanks a lot, guys, for being here. Thanks for bringing the heat in the chat. Love to see the emojis. Love to see that action. As always, if you want to help us promote the hot sauce, you can do so through our bounty block contest. So bblk.io/EOS Nation will bring you to our bounty block contest. You like our tweet, you retweet our tweet, you're entered into the giveaway, and you can win some Party Cracker NFTs, which contains great NFT prizes in them from a variety of NFT collections, including Pomelo, including Spicy Rares, including Boyd, including all sorts of collections from that live on EOS. So we appreciate you guys helping us spread the word about the hot sauce, and we're happy to reward you guys with some fun NFT prizes. All right, next up, we've got Pomelo Anniversary. All right, so happy anniversary, Pomelo. 1 year ago, yesterday, donations opened for the first time for season 1 of Pomelo. Since then, we've completed 3 full seasons, and season 4 is about to start. So to celebrate the Pomelo Anniversary, we prepared a video series showcasing projects that have benefited from Pomelo grants. So our first testimonial video is from EOS Support, a Pomelo All-Star. So you can check out their video here. We've got Bishop here from EOS Support talking about how Pomelo has helped their organization grow. So thank you to everyone who submitted testimonial videos. And, you know, make sure to follow us on YouTube at Pomelo Grants to see more of these testimonial videos, which we'll be releasing pretty much every day over the next few weeks. And final reminder, season 4 for Pomelo is just about to start. Applications for grants open on Monday, November 14th. Make sure to get those grant applications in early if you want to make sure to be approved and ready for donations when donations open on November 23rd. Grants that do get approved as a public good for Pomelo can then also apply for our pitch sessions. So we're hosting 4 pitch sessions this season in English, 3 in Korean, 3 in Chinese, and you can apply to these once your grant is approved. So once again, stay tuned on Twitter for more information about all of that. All right, speaking of EOS support, this week they published an article detailing their strategy around the technical surveys that EOS Support does for the network. So these are well thought out technical surveys that EOS Support conducts in order to assist the community in aligning its diverse interests. So I know on our team at EOS Nation, Matthew Darwin, our Chief Infrastructure Officer, has been working closely with EOS Support on these surveys. And the information that we've gathered from these surveys has been very valuable to us and to the EOS network in order to know where the pain points lie and what the developers and node operators and etc., what they're most interested in right now. So this current survey, or the latest survey that they're doing, is regarding blocks.log survey. And so if you're a node operator, if you're a block producer, definitely we want to hear about you. Very quick survey, only 6 questions, shouldn't take you very long, and it does bring a lot of value to the network to be able to get that feedback from all our node operators. So check out the links below. Of course, the survey is linked in the show notes, and shout out to EOS Support for the great work that they do. And yeah, looking forward to seeing their Pomelo grant for season 4, which I'm sure is coming. All right, now for some DApp updates on EOS. Upland has been making some waves recently. A few quick news items I'd like to touch upon. They've got their first UIP1, the Upland improvement proposal, which deals with allocation of funds between the community pool, which is used to reward players who interact with the game, and the Upland pool, which is used by the team to further development of Upland. So they're kind of decentralizing control of their operations and allowing the community to vote on this allocation split, which is great to see. Kind of the first step of Upland to democratize the development of the platform to make sure that it's aligned with the interest of its users. So that's great to see. Another feature that they recently released is multiplayer racing. So that looks very cool. Allows you to race around in the Upland metaverse, and the most active communities can earn tracks in their neighborhoods and all that. So that's pretty cool. But the most exciting news for Upland this week is the FIFA World Cup partnership that was just recently announced. That's great. I love to see this. A lot of dApps in the crypto sphere have made waves in the last year or two, making partnerships with big brands, big sporting events, etc. And it's great to see EOS getting in on that game with Upland and the FIFA World Cup. So some of the things that you'll be able to do, you'll be able to, buy some collectibles from the FIFA World Cup through this. You'll be able to collect some highlight clips from the game, so nice videos there. And also you can buy some outdoor decor for your Upland properties, which you can find in stores in Upland, all over the Upland metaverse, including the stadium, which is representing, the FIFA World Cup partnership. So congrats to Upland for this great partnership, and we're looking forward to hearing more news about Upland, which is, in case you don't know, one of the most popular games in all of blockchain, and of course, it runs on EOS. Another very popular dApp that has released a new roadmap is WordProof. So WordProof is a WordPress plugin that allows you to timestamp your content when you publish it online in order to prove to the world that you were the first to publish that content. And of course, it uses EOS to hash these timestamps. Now the WordProof team is working on expanding the reach of their application, working on plugins for Shopify, Wix, and Squarespace, which of course represents a huge part of the premium content management system market. So when these plugins have been launched, WordProof is going to be able to be installed in just a few clicks on over 50% of all websites that exist on the internet, or even better yet, over 78% of all websites that use a content management system. So that's really cool to see. And, you know, shout out to Sebastian, CEO of WordProof. He's been a member of the EOS community from the start. And he's actually, he was actually at Token 49 this week, further talking about WordProof. Quick little side note, if you want to learn more about Sebastian and WordProof, he did an interview with Scott Stornetta. So now that may be a name you don't recognize. However, in 1991, Scott published a scientific paper called How to Timestamp a Digital Document, exactly what WordProof does. This paper has been quoted in the Bitcoin white paper. In fact, 3 of the 8 citations in the Bitcoin white paper refer to this work. So Scott is clearly a blockchain OG, talking about blockchain stuff in 1991, 30 years ago. So it's very cool that he's interested in WordProof, and we've linked that interview, of course, in the show notes if you guys want to go check it out. All right, finally, our last topic of the day. The Libre Spindrop is live for Antelope accounts. So Libre is a new blockchain based on Antelope. I'm not too familiar with that blockchain just yet. There is an explainer video from Chris Barnes here, published by Helios. So clearly this is a Helios project. And what they've done here is kind of fun. So they're doing an airdrop to people who have Antelope accounts. So if you have an account on EOS, on Wax, on Telos, on Proton, and a few of these other chains, there was a snapshot this summer. If you had at least $1 of value in there, you qualify for this spin drop. So you can go here, you can claim the spin drop, you can spin the wheel, and then you know, earn some free Libre tokens. So there you go. If you have some Antelope accounts, you can go out here and, you know, earn some free tokens, maybe even up to 50,000 if you're really lucky. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for us today. Thank you for joining this special Saturday edition of the Hot Sauce. Thank you for everyone who's in the chat. Remember to go to bblk.io/EOS Nation to join the contest, help spread the sauce, and win some NFTs. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope you guys have a good weekend.